Let's just jump right in. Today, we aren't talking about simple motivation. We're talking about true transformation. Welcome to this explainer on what we call the architecture of greatness. We're going to completely bypass the typical fleeting advice you hear all the time and dive straight into the hard-hitting reality of what separates people who just dream from those who actually build an extraordinary life. So settle in, because we're unpacking the exact blueprint to claiming your future. Here's a really hard truth to swallow right off the bat. You are exactly where you decided to be. It's a heavy question to ask yourself, isn't it? But think about it. Every single excuse you've made, every time you pressed that snooze button, every time you chose comfort over progress, well, it all added up. The sum of all those tiny, seemingly harmless choices, they compounded, and they put you exactly where you're sitting right now. But hey, here is the genuinely good news. If you got yourself into this position through your own choices, you absolutely have the power to get yourself out. Most people, they spend their entire lives just waiting for the stars to align, waiting for that perfect moment to start. Let me tell you a secret, that perfect moment is a complete lie. It literally does not exist. You have to accept right now that if you don't change what you do today, all your tomorrows are going to look exactly like your yesterday.
Section 1. The Trap of Comfort. Safety versus growth.
And this hits the nail on the head. Comfort is the silent killer of dreams. Look, as humans, we naturally love the easy life, right? It feels safe, it's predictable, it protects us from failure. But the absolute reality is that true growth never, ever happens in the comfort zone. If you're completely comfortable, you're static, you're stuck.
Think about it like this. When you stay in that bubble of safety, you aren't actually growing. You are merely existing, just sitting on the sidelines, watching other people win at the game of life. But here's the thing. You were built for battle. You were built for growth, for climbing mountains. Every single time you actively choose the harder path, the one that requires real discipline and friction, you are leveling up your capabilities. So please, stop trying to find a shortcut. We live in this crazy world obsessed with life hacks and quick fixes. But let's be real, there is no shortcut to greatness, period. The only actual path forward is paved with struggle, sweat, and unrelenting persistence. When you feel that friction, that's literally just a feeling of progress being made. Which brings us to Section 2, the power of discipline, the engine of progress. So, there's this huge misconception about how success actually happens. People rely way too much on motivation, but motivation is just a temporary spark. Sure, it'll get you started on day one, but discipline is the enduring fuel. It's the essential engine that keeps you moving forward when that initial excitement inevitably fades away, because trust me, it always does. And there will absolutely be days when you face these exact hurdles. You just won't feel like it. You'll be tired, you'll be deeply discouraged, and your couch is going to look like the most magnetic place on earth. You'll want to quit. But listen to me. Those specific, incredibly difficult days are the very days that define who you truly are. Anybody can put in the work when they feel great, right? It's what you do on these tough days that actually matters.
Winners simply do not work only when they feel motivated. They work because their goal is fundamentally bigger than their current mood. It's that simple. If you want what others don't have, you must be willing to do what others won't do. That means working relentlessly, whether you woke up on the right side of the bed or not. Your mood doesn't dictate your actions, your goals do.
We often trick ourselves into thinking greatness requires these superhuman massive leaps. But the reality? Consistency is the magic ingredient that turns average, daily effort into extraordinary results. It is not about being absolutely perfect for one single day. It's about showing up, putting in the effort, day after day, week after week, and just never breaking that chain.
All right, Section 3. The Price of Regret. A look into the future.
I want you to really focus in for a second and just try this exercise. Fast forward 10 years. Take a moment and imagine meeting the exact person you could have become. Picture the person you should have been if you had just stayed disciplined, pushed through the comfort, and actually done the work. What do they look like? What have they achieved?
Coming face to face with that unrealized version of yourself, realizing you completely missed your own potential, that is without a doubt the saddest meeting you will ever have. And it brings us to this incredibly powerful truth. The pain of discipline weighs only ounces, but the pain of regret weighs tons. Please do not let that happen to you. The temporary pain of hard work today is vastly lighter than waking up a decade from now knowing you wasted your gifts.
You have a fire inside you, this massive potential that's just waiting to be unleashed. But you've got to remember a harsh reality. The world doesn't care about your excuses. It just doesn't. It doesn't care how tired you were or how unfair the circumstances seemed at the time. The world only cares about your results. You can have excuses or you can have results, but you absolutely cannot have both.
Let's move to our final part. Section 4. Claiming your future, the first step.
The architecture of greatness isn't built on theory, guys. It is built on execution. So here's the playbook. Step 1, stop talking about what you're going to do. Step 2, start actually doing it. Step 3, take the first step. It is time to stop waiting for Monday to roll around. No more excuses. Start right now. Take that very first step today, no matter how ridiculously small it might seem to you.
Your future self is practically begging you to make the right choice today. As the classic wisdom goes, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, but you actually have to take it. If you're listening to this explainer and you are genuinely ready to commit to your growth, then make that declaration. Comment, "I am ready" down below. Subscribe to the channel and let's build something extraordinary together.
So, I'll leave you with this one final provocative question. Will you sit around waiting for the stars to align, or are you going to create your own light? Your time is right now. Go out there, claim your future, and ask yourself, what choice will you make today?